You ever notice how a silly song can sometimes outlive the serious one it's based on? Michael Jackson told you to beat it. Weird Al Yankovic told you to eat it. And somehow, that's the song people remember 40 years later and still makes them laugh. From bologna sandwiches to Jedi Knights, Al built an empire of accordion absurdity. And along the way, he did something few parody artists ever could. He became cultural icon. But before the Grammys, the sold-out tours, before even the Hawaiian shirts became part of his DNA, he was just a weird kid with a tape recorder, an accordion, and a dream. Welcome to the Middle of Fun. I'm your host, David. Grab your accordion and a sense of humor as we dive into the wild, wonderful, and weirdly heartfelt story of Alfred Matthew Yankovic, the man who turned parody into pop art and weird into something to be proud of. He was born in Downey, California on October 23rd, 1959, the only child of Mary and Nick Yankovic. His dad, a factory worker of Yugoslavian descent, believed the key to success was doing for a living whatever makes you happy. And that little mantra, well, it's stuck. Picture this. The mid-1970s, little Al is a shy kid in Linwood, California, taking accordion lessons from a door-to-door salesman at his parents' urging. While other teens were blasting Zeppelin, Al was mastering polka melodies and writing goofy songs in his bedroom. 1976, at the age of 16, he mailed a homemade cassette to the Dr. Demento radio show under the name Weird Al. The track, Belvedere Cruisin', a parody about his family car. It was rough, silly, and it worked. Then came college. Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, major in architecture. But Al spent far more time recording songs in his dorm bathroom, for the echo, than he did studying. One day, My Sharona by the Knack spurred him to whip out his accordion, a cassette deck, and produce My Bologna. The Knack gave their blessing, and Capitol Records released it as a single. A little weird hit was born in a bathroom. From there, the snowball rolled fast. In 1983, he released his debut album, Weird Al Yankovic. In 1984 came the big moment, Eat It, the parody of Michael Jackson's Beat It. The song cracked the Billboard Top 20, peaking at number 12 in the US and hitting number 1 in Australia. The video mirrored Jackson's original almost shot for shot, food fights replacing knife fights, and suddenly Al had arrived. The single won a Grammy Award for Best Comedy Recording. Jackson didn't just tolerate the parody, he approved it. Later recalled there's a contract somewhere floating around with Jackson's signature next to his. That surreal moment changed everything. By 1988, Al took things up another notch. He parodied Jackson's Bad with Fat. Jackson allowed him to shoot on the same subway set used in the video Bad. The production was lavish, over the top, and of course, hilarious. The result, a Grammy in 1988 for Best Concept Music Video. If you've ever seen Weird Al live, you know the Fat routine isn't just a video, it's a full moment. A massive fat suit, backup dancers, cheeky choreography. He commits, the audience erupts. It's not mockery, it's celebration. As the 1990s and 2000s rolled in, Al kept evolving. He parodied hits like Nirvana's Nevermind with Smells Like Nirvana, Coolio's Gangster Paradise with Amish Paradise, and mastered passages from run-of-the-mill to viral sensation. While the jokes were funny, the musicianship, it was absolutely serious. His band, Jim West, Steve J, John Bermuda Schwartz, and Ruben Valteria, have played together for decades. Quality matters, even if you're just making jokes. When YouTube and social media changed everything, Al changed with it. His single White and Nerdy cracked the top 100 in 2006, nearly 3 decades into his career. He sold over 12 million albums, and Weird Al just didn't conquer music, he cracked pop culture wide open. In 1989, he wrote and starred in the cult comedy film UHF, a bizarre, brilliant satire of local television that gave us spatula stores, Gandhi action flicks, and the unforgettable Wheel of Fish. Though it flopped at the box office, UHF became a VHS-era legend, quoted endlessly by fans and embraced as a beacon of outsider humor. He's popped up in The Simpsons, 30 Rock, How I Met Your Mother, and even My Little Pony, always playing himself or a delightfully warped version of it. His voice and likeness become shorthand for joyful absurdity. And in 2022, the parody became full circle with Weird, the Al Yankovic story, the mock biopic starring Daniel Radcliffe as Al. Harry Potter is Weird Al? It's not a true story, but a parody of biopics themselves. With Madonna as a villain, polka-fueled drug binges, and accordion duels, the film was a hit with critics and fans alike, cementing Al's legacy not just as a musician, but as a myth maker. Really though, what makes Weird Al special is his heart. He never punches down, never mocks the artist. He lovingly mocks the fame machine and the hype. Fans from cassette kids all the way to TikTok teens, they all find his music relatable. Weird Al once said, "You can't be too weird in this business. People will either love you for it or they'll forget you for being normal." And maybe that's the secret. In a world that takes itself way too seriously, Weird Al gave us permission to laugh, to play, and to just be a little offbeat. Because if laughter is the best medicine, then parody might just be the spoonful of sugar that makes the whole dose go down a little easier. If you like this kind of content, give us a follow, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really helps out the channel. Follow us. The Middle of Fun Podcast. Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Rumble, Instagram at TMOF Podcast. You got your own weird fandom story about Al, maybe your first concert or your favorite parody, give us an email, middleoffun@gmail.com. Look at it this way, whether you're wearing a fat suit or just laughing at life's absurdities, the message is the same. It's okay to poke fun. It's okay not to take life too seriously. Weird Al did it, and so can we. Because sometimes being weird is the most normal thing in the world. I'm David. This has been The Middle of Fun. Until next time, keep laughing, keep weirding, and keep riding the wave of fun.